Yes, this is the Woman of Sport here live on the Woman Agenda channel. How you guys doing? A very, very good afternoon, maybe evening in the UK. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday, staying safe and keeping your family and your safe as well. Okay, all this is obviously Raju here, live exclusive on the Woman Agenda, the Woman of Sport. We have got less programming this week, but fear not next week. We are gonna have double the programming next week, so stay tuned. Lots of things happening next week, including live interviews. Going to be happening next week. I'm speaking to a few guests to come on board, so stay tuned for that. Lots of stuff happening on here. And where is my scroller? There it is. There you go. Very well organized today. Not working on the intro as well, and that's another reason why I'm not been doing Dham's programming today. We're talking about lots of news, including Mathali Raj's about her a career, about her cricketing career, whether she's going to retire after the World Cup. Lots of news about the tennis and the latest on the netball series, quad series as well. So much happening on the Women of Sport. And obviously some stuff about the cricket Women's World Cup and what's happening with the live telecast of that. But first of all, we're going to kick you off with Mithali Raj. Mithali Raj on her international career. Now, Mithali Raj has said via ndtv.com that she's currently focusing on the series against New Zealand and the ICC Women's World Cup in 2019 is when Mithali Raj had announced her retirement from the T20s. She had said that the 50 World Cup would be her swan song. Well, let's see how things go there. Right now, my focus is on these next 2 months. That is something I am looking to put all my focus and energy in this series and World Cup, said Mithali. India will depart for New Zealand to lock horns with the White Ferns in one T20s and 5 ODIs beginning February the 9th in Napier, and then the Mithali-led side would compete in the 50 World Cup. After the game against Pakistan, which is the March 6th, in the Women's World Cup, India will square off against New Zealand March the 10th, West Indies March the 12th, England March the 16th, Australia March the 19th, Bangladesh March the 22nd, and South Africa March the 27th in the group stage. Team India for the 5 ODIs against New Zealand and ICC Women's World Cup 2022 as follows. Mithali Raj is captain, Amanpreet Kaur is the vice-captain, Smriti Bandhane, Shafali Verma, Yatika Bhatia, Deepti Sharma, Richa Ghosh is a wicketkeeper, Sneha Rana, Julum Goswami, Pooja Vastaraj, Meghna Singh, Renuka Singh Thakur, Tanya Bhatia, wicketkeeper, Rajeshwari Gailward, and Poonam Yadav. And some news about the world, which is supposed to be happening, the Women's World Cup. The Women's 2020 World Cup. What's happening with the terrestrial rights? We know in Australia there was the channel which was showing it, which was the Channel 9. However, unfortunately, Channel 9 has confirmed, and this is on foxsports.com.au, as disappointment after Channel 9 confirmed it will not broadcast the 2022 Women's Cricket World Cup. Well, so much for equality. Yeah? On Sunday, Channel 9 announced it has secured broadcast rights for this year's Men's T20 World Cup in Australia, and they've also announced this as well. So is a matter of being in. Next year, ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in India. Excuse me. Australia will be looking to defend its title after defeating New Zealand in last year's T20 World Cup in Dubai. Any Cricket World Cup is a premium event on the international calendar. We're excited to be the free to air on the 2022 World Cup in Australia and 2023 World Cup, which will be held in India, says Channel 9 Director of Sport Brent Williams. Nine has a long and proud history with cricket, and we look forward to the continuing all Australian and key matches. They say it like they're doing a great thing for the Women's World Cup by not showing it. However, the Women's World Cup, which gets underway in New Zealand later this year, will not be televised by free-to-air broadcaster Channel 9. Relinquish the rights. It will instead be streamed exclusively on Foxtel and Kayo. Nine symbolizing the T20. So after Channel 9 confirmed it will not broadcast the Women's World Cup, Australian wicketkeeper Alicia Healy and Vice Captain Rachel Hayne both expressed their disappointment. Not having it on free to air, it kind of excludes a fair chunk of our population who don't want to pay or can't afford to pay for subscription TV. It's a little bit of a slap in the face to say we're not commercially viable. It's a little bit hard to take that in that regard. With fans unable to travel, viewership is probably more relevant than bums or seats right now. And Haynes echoed the team's remarks. It sends a real powerful message to our female athletes have an opportunity to share in the spotlight. The visibility extremely important. I am disappointed it's not on free to air in Australia. The Director's Office for Women in Sports and Recreation posted to Twitter absolutely utterly the wrong call by Channel 9. So it's appalling judgment. So don't forget, everyone, that Australia gets its World Cup campaign on March the 5th in the day and night against Australia in Hamilton. So if you're interested in to know about that. Over to some football news now. But before I do. So before I do, I just quickly mention if you want to collaborate, if you want to advertise with us on the Women of Sport, and you want to support the women programming on our Women Agenda channel, you know what you need to do. Get in touch, talentspotlight309@gmail.com. That's talentspotlight309@gmail.com. If you want to collaborate with us or anything, or if you want to sponsor the whole channel, the rates, like I said, are very, very low, cost effective. Get in touch with us. If you think you have something to contribute to the channel, and if you're a woman and you want to contribute to the channel, if you want to co-present a program, you have something in mind, get in touch, talentspotlight309@gmail.com. We will love to hear from you. On there, over to some news now on the football. I would think, hopefully, over to the football. So some news over the football. Okay, I don't have a still for this. Apologies. I always seem to miss something out. Right. So the football news is as follows. So Aston face Chelsea in next. That's going to happen soon. So stay tuned for that. But Man United women have had a great result against the Spurs side, winning 3-0. So Mark Skinner's a courtesy of women competition.thefa.com. So Mark Skinner's side maintained their bid for a Champions League place with a comfortable win. Manchester United consolidated the top three place in the Barclays FA Women's Super League after a comprehensive 3-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur at Lee Sports Village. Goals from Wildy, Borisa, Haley Ladd, and Leah Galton saw the hosts get the better of the rivals for Champions League qualification and keep the pressure up on Arsenal. Spurs' best chance came in the second half when top scorer Rachel Williams headed wide from a deep cross, but they missed the chance to move above their opponents. Both sides came into the game with identical records, with United just above their opponents on goal difference. So well done to the Man United women there for a fantastic result. And over to Chelsea. I'm afraid it has been the Chelsea women and the Brighton women. It's been 0-0. Being reported by ChelseaFC.com. So despite a dominant display with plenty of chances, Emma Hayes' side were unable to find a breakthrough against Hope Paul's resilient Brighton side. The Blues were looking to make it 2 wins in 4 days following Wednesday's evening Continental Ties League Cup quarter-final victory against West Ham United. And it was Hillside who were quick off the blocks on the People Pension Stadium. So just a quick check on the rest of the scores which have happened yesterday and which are happening so far today. So, like I said, Manchester United were 3, Spurs were 0, and like I just mentioned, Brighton and Chelsea 0-0 just now today. Leicester City 1, Villa 2, Reading 3, Birmingham City 2, West Ham United 3, Everton Women 0. And Manchester City women versus Arsenal women is actually happening today. 6:45 kickoff. So do watch that if you can. It would be a good one. Hopefully, it's going to be a great match. That Manchester City versus Arsenal women. Over to some tennis news now. For Emma Raducanu, who's a British tennis star who's rising in the limelight, rising in the rankings, doing really well for herself, and we all are happy for her. She has admitted she realizes the different energy. Now, let's see what kind of energy she's talking about, and what did she exactly say about this. So, reported by Expert.co.uk. So she's admitted she relishes the different energy of a Grand Slam tournament as she prepares to return to the regular WTA tour next month. And the British number one revealed she is discovering the dedication required to stay at the top of the tennis and her guilt for not keeping in touch with her friends and family on the road. The Bromley teenagers' metric rise in the world's top 20 had been powered by reaching the fourth round of the Wimbledon and then winning the USA Open. The world number 18 will even go up the ranking despite her blister-induced second-round defeat at the Australian Open, but the British number one has only won 2 matches in 6 normal events on tour. Both those wins came at the same event, the Transylvanian Open in October, as she has suffered 5 round first defeats. After a spell back home, Raducanu is set to appear at the 250 hardcore events in Mexico. Let's see if I get this right. Guadalajara and Monterrey before the Indian Wells Miami Masters in March. Now, in an upside-down world, she now has to learn to win a normal event away from the spotlight after conquering the world in New York. The French Open starts in May the 22nd. She has quoted, I really enjoy the slam. She said, this is a different energy about them. I really enjoy the Australian Open. It's definitely a lot of work to stay at the top. When I was lower down the ranks, I definitely thought that once you were in the top bracket, you could stay there, but you can't. you pretty much have to be on it every week, be really focused, really work hard. I think I've put it on this trip. And and some more tennis news. Barboro, let's see if I get this right. Krejcikova reaches new highs in Australian Open, and courtesy of tennis.net. The past 12 months have seen Barbaro explode in the world of tennis from being a double specialist to becoming one of the top-ranked singles players on the women's tour. The last time year at the Australian Open, the Czech fell in the second round to the 29th seed Ekaterina Alexandrova in straight sets. At the time, she had only played in one WTA final in her career and was yet to break in the world's top 50. Since then, Krejcikova has taken the tour by storm, following a shock return on the French Open title. During the same season, she would win another two titles as well as qualify for the WTA finals in both singles and doubles. Now seeded fourth at this year's Australian Open, the 26-year-old is through to the quarterfinals after dropping one set in four matches played. Her latest victory was over Azarenka when she defeated her 6-2, 6-2, where relatively Azarenka was struggling with a neck issue throughout the match. So well done to her for doing that. And over to some netball news. I want to say football again now. Netball news, the quad series, as we've been covering here on the Women of Sport as well. Tamsin Greenway, who is a journalist, has analysed the semi-final between England and Australia, and unfortunately, England have lost. Now she's reporting on SkySports.com. Tamsin Greenway, the netball expert and columnist, that England's Vitality Roses lost the netball quad series final, not semi-final, final against Australia, 58-46, having been a goal ahead heading into the quarter-final. Sky Sports expert and Scotland head coach Tamsin Greenway examines how the Roses let they slip in the final quarter. Wow, she's being lost off, isn't she? After an unexpected finish to the final of the netball quad series, Tamsin Greenway analyzing the content between England and Australia gives her perspective on a tough last quarter for the Roses. The Roses' 48-48 draw with the Australian Diamonds on Tuesday was incredible and had England Roses fans on the edge of the seats. Fast forward to 24 hours, and the end of the final felt like an anticlimax for an England perspective. For the first three quarters, the Copper Box Arena was absolutely rocking. England was seemingly in control, winning by one, and there was an enormous buzz, confidence in the air. However, the final 15 minutes hit the Roses hard, losing the quarter 18-55. With it, the game was over. I don't think any of us saw it coming. Which Rose player and fan is stark contrast. The Australian Diamond and the camp will be brimming with confidence, and they stepped up another gear to take home the trophy. So well done to Australian Diamonds for doing that. So that was about it for the Woman of Sport for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and the programming for this. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting us. As always, we appreciate your support, and without you, we cannot do it. Like I said, there's some exclusive interviews coming up this week. Hopefully, I'm speaking to a few guests We're going to organize a booking for that. So hopefully it will happen on Friday. I'm hoping, if not on Saturday. I'll keep you guys posted, and I will break it in. And the only way you're going to figure this one out when that's going to happen, if you subscribe to the Woman Agenda channel. That's what you need to do on there. And obviously, we do have our website, which I will give you information about tomorrow here on there. Actually, I may have it today, actually. If I'm a bit clever, which I'm not usually, then I may be able to. Yes, so it's talentspotlightpodcast.com. So that's talentspotlightpodcast.com, which is obviously the previous name of the channel. Now it's a Woman Agenda, but obviously the website is called talentspotlightpodcast.com. And there we have you can connect to the Woman Agenda channel from there as well. If you're going on there, we have some uploaded pictures on there. And if you want to sponsor, get in touch with us, like a few companies have, you can do it via the website as well and get in contact with us. Our email contact details are on there as well. And we are putting more and more pictures of the shows and lots of the content on there. And we're going to keep on updating it this week as well. So if you want to collaborate with us, advertise with us, get in touch, transport309@gmail.com. And if you want to be featured, if you want to be a co-presenter, if you're a woman and you want to be a co-presenter with our channel, give your voice, get in touch, transport309@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching Women of Sport. I will be back tomorrow with a special edition of the Woman Agenda, special edition show, weekday show. Tomorrow, exclusive to the Woman Agenda channel. Please do enter your comments and likes as well. And I will first of all mention this is how to get in touch with us via social media, which you can do. These are the information you need. So the Twitter is Raju at Female Spotlight is a Twitter handler, and the Facebook is Woman Talent Podcast. And I'm going to leave you with this. Thank you very much for watching the Woman of Sport. And I'll leave you with this. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. And I'll be back tomorrow.